Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Questions, tickers, throw them in the comment box. Good morning, YouTube. What's up, Brian, Shelby? What's up, guys? One Mom. What's up, Instagram? What's up, Jesse? Start here in about a minute, guys. All right. What's up, guys? What's up, Hades? What's up, Steven? Afternoon in the UK. Good afternoon, right? Bright and early here in the US. All right, guys, let's get started. Give everybody a couple minutes to populate in. Happy June 18th, Thursday. So let's look at the calendar. Today we had initial jobless claims. Didn't really move the market much. The thing we need to talk about is yesterday, Kevin Warsh was very hawkish. Took a very strong stance that they're going to control this inflation, and 9 members voted that there's going to be a rate hike this year, and markets tanked, and then they fully rebounded. So I think take conspiracies as you want, but as soon as the markets tank, Trump immediately moved his timeline up on signing of the peace deal, which recovered the markets. Coincidence? Let me know, chat. Was that a coincidence? But the lift in the market isn't due to the fundamentals. The fundamentals suck. If we're facing a rate hike, it's going to bring these markets down. What has lifted it is, there's peace in the Middle East. So we've got the war between those two, pun intended, right? Let's look at the oscillators. Probably neutral. I haven't looked at them this morning. Yep, -8 for NYMO. The NAMO is probably around the same. -9. I was correct. I don't know what VIX is. VIX is probably 18. Let's see if I'm guessing right. And honestly, guys, I haven't looked at it this morning. I'm thinking 18. Yeah, 1844. So no protection in the market. Neutral in the oscillators. Sean, why do you look at the oscillators every day? Because they're important when they get above and below 60. I've done multiple videos on my reels. Go back and look. The ironic part is not only has Meta banned me, I can't do like 6 functions. They've also demonetized me because I talk trading. And it's such a scam-filled world. They literally sent me a message saying, you're putting out fraudulent and we believe you're putting out fraudulent material and are a scammer. And at some point, I probably won't do this anymore. At some point. All right, let's get into my quick report here, guys. Put your questions and tickers because this time's more about you than me, but I want to show you some trade setups that we're looking at. So, ES, again, listen, everybody needs to set an anchored VWAP to that candle. That's 2 p.m. yesterday when the Premarket data dropped that there's going to be a rate hold. Okay. And that's our purple line for our trading room. So that is going to be support and resistance if we're above and below it. We are in torsion in ES. The next sell would be through the VWAP, right? But you got to recognize when we're in torsion, 30 and 1 hour, that's why we're channeling, right? So lower conviction trade until channel breaks in ES. RTY is, look at the trend status, very bullish. So this primary read right through the VWAP, guys, would have been on this candle. If you're still in the trade, one of the things you do, since that is, the close of the candle, I would have looked for a discount, but let's say close the candle would have been 80. I get asked this a lot. Sometimes I don't take these trades. 10 pays into the red box. I don't like taking buys into the red side of the box, but you could say I'm going to take half that because that's the bottom of the box, right? So, but this is a signal, and it did pay 5, half into the box. Guys, if you follow me long enough, I don't make this shit up as I go. This is exactly how I trade, how I build these accounts, and what I teach my students to do. And nothing ever changes, guys. So if I sound like a broken record, it's because that's how I'm successful is doing this, right? NQ is looking very bullish. We did break 500, which had been resistance multiple times. A little puzzled or perplexed why the indices are running based on the fundamentals. I think it's just on optimism that the war's over. But we're going to take long. So the next long, guys, is going to be primary read at about 458. And trend status is pretty strong on that. FOMOC data, VWAP is much lower. Let's look at YM. Look, first of all, I know if you're on YouTube, you can see all these. If you're on Instagram, you can't see them all. But look at the trend status. This is very mixed. You have, look over there at RTY, bearish. ES, top center, bullish. NQ, bullish. YM, bottom left, is bearish. Gold is bearish. Then oil is bearish. So oil and gold to be bearish together, to have some of the indices conflicting with each other. Agility. That's the word we need for today. Agility. But next is a sell signal. Look, this primary read, this last primary read is paid right to the key level, 52,000, and then bounce. So we should have had in the matrix should have had a mean reversion signal. Yeah, look at that matrix. So not only did the primary read short pay, but the mean reversion paid. Sean, how do you turn a $5,000 account into $250,000? I trade these signals, people. Yeah, and I did it in 9 days. And I doubled that in 3 weeks. So, and I did a video to help people on exactly how I do it. So what's cool is people are doing it now. That's the cool part. Looking for shorts in YM. Gold, looking for shorts. I'm a little suspect here. I will admit I'm suspect of shorting it, but I want to show you a short that looks really good for 10. 4,300. We have the PPI, FOMOC, and anchored VWAP, and daily VWAP, all sitting at that level. 4,300 is going to be a short for 10 points. It's probably not going to break at the first attempt upward. So other than that, the next short is going to be a primary read right about 42.68. But look, trend status is stronger. Momentum, right? Nobody has this motor that we've programmed with a bunch of technology and made it simplified dots. And it works on all time frames. And matrix users, I showed you on Tuesday how to let your winners run by rolling through the fractals. Guys, this matrix gives you great feedback. You just got to understand. It's just like an airplane. How do you fly an airplane? All these instruments give you the feedback. You take that feedback and you fly the plane. It's the same thing. We had a primary read in oil that paid, right? Oil down, gold up, although that correlation, if the war is over, will break a little bit, even though the petrodollar is tied to it. So, all right, enough about me. Let's make it about you guys. So let me bring up my chat box. YouTube. What do you got, guys? The notification thing on YouTube doesn't work anymore. Huh. I don't know. Anybody else have trouble with YouTube's notifying you that I'm live? Yeah, Jesse, Meta does suck. In general, I hate social media, but because I'm an influencer and try to let people know about the products I offer, I've got to use it. But believe me, I'm plenty successful without doing this. Probably gonna get to the day where I just say, fuck it. I'm over social media. Just close all my accounts and just trade by myself. That'll happen one day. Yeah, I know they don't ban Tory trades either because they bring in too much money to Meta. Right? They were kind of grandfathered before they started cracking down, and now they realize if they ban them, they cut off their own nuts because the ad revenue those guys make Meta is high. All right, Jesse Rothman wants to know your thoughts on XAU breaking out of its 40-year resistance this year. Sector has the highest free cash flow and margin percentages, yet it's the least owned. Will fundamentals matter again? So, Jesse, I'm going to tell you how good I am at what I do. I'm a phenomenal trader. I'm a phenomenal technical analyst, but I'm going to also tell you what I'm not good at. I'm not a strong fundamentalist, and that is a very good fundamental question. So I'll give you my opinion, but that opinion is not based on being a fundamental expert. All right. So I want to be full disclosure there. Based on margin percentage, free cash flow, and all that, I think gold continues to run. The dollar is being printed. The U.S. has influxed another high hundreds of billions of dollars into the market, making the dollar worth less, right? Gold is historically a run to safety, a hedge against inflation. Inflation is hot. I like it. I like it. Technically speaking, we are selling off here in the short term. I think it's going to be a cold day in hell if we break not only 4,000, but look, this is, if you watch my weekend update, give me a second. That VWAP. Well, look, see, it already held once at 4,002. That should be the election VWAP. It is. It's going to be very difficult to break that, I think. And if it does, then we're going to teleport down to 3,400. We're all that consolidation exists. But thanks for the question, Jesse. And again, I'm not afraid to tell you what I'm not good at. So take it for what it's worth. I would, follow Mir Valinsky over at Driving Markets. He's a very strong fundamentalist. Ned Allen over at Alpha Beta Report is phenomenal. Both those guys have worked for hedge funds. I mean, there's a lot of good fundamentals out there. Brian got the alert on YouTube. Ryan, don't leave us. Yeah, I'm going to be doing it for a while. I've created like 7 or 8 millionaires, and I'm more proud of that than my own success. So, all right, yeah, Jesse, thanks for that. I've been around this industry for a while. Some of the fundamentalists I lean on that are phenomenal would be, Mayor's great. Ned Allen over at Alpha Beta Report is phenomenal. And actually, I like Johnny over at Macro Optics. If you guys follow him, Johnny's phenomenal too. So there's a lot of good fundamentalists. But again, full disclosure, guys, I'm not a fundamentalist. I'm a very good technical analyst. All right. So let's see. Varun, I went through some of my pre-market setups. We got some diverging information. Let me check Instagram. Yeah, Evie, it kicked you out at that. I wanted you to hold that level because I knew 500 was resistance, and I was hoping 150 point bounce off of it would keep you in, and it didn't. It just wicked you out and then ran up. But man, what a great trade! I mean, you got 300 points. It's really good. Helped one of my traders there kind of foster her stop loss. Help her get paid. What's up, Owen? Scrolling through Instagram's question, Mohammed. Should I sell Ego at 35 yesterday? You sold Ego at 35 yesterday. Let's look at it. Where should you re-enter? Nice. Look at that, guys. Look at that trade plan. I put this out on a weekend update. Buy here, sell there. Paid perfectly. And it did it almost twice, right? This is where I told everybody this week to buy. I mean, I still like this zone, Mohammed. We'll call it 28 to 30, kind of this buffered zone. This still exists. Nothing's changed in that. And I think you can run it again. And then if we tap here and gold finally releases and goes into strong buying, this breaks too. So great trade. Glad you followed the trade plan. No, I like my VIPs. My VIPs are awesome. I mean, I'll probably stay with my trade group, but I'll just get rid of social media and don't care. Yeah, thanks for that. I mean, again, if you guys have seen what I do with my accounts, you clearly know that I don't need to do this. I really enjoy helping people, watching people succeed. I think it's just awesome. Harsh, my administrator, wants me to do more bragging reels about how I'm blowing accounts up, like growing them up. You know, first of all, VIPs, you saw what I just posted yesterday. We posted yesterday. Like, nobody's going to believe that shit, but you've watched me do it, so it's fine. You know, Jamie Waters Photography. I have to look at my total number of trade count. I traded a lot of contracts. So we went from, so off of 5K, I did 1,000x. Is that right? Or is it 10,000x? I mean, people, again, why even post it on social media? I mean, it's fucking clown world out there. People aren't going to believe it. Yeah, Andy, I think, again, I think all gold miners are good buys. You know, the better gold miners, right? About GDX being beat down. I think we're just approaching discount ranges in gold. So, and then commiserate with that, the miners. All right, so what else we got there? All right, what do you got, YouTube? So here is, guys, look at Instagram. I just posted on the Alpha Beta report. So the schedule is tomorrow. It's Juneteenth. There'll be limited hours in futures. Futures closes at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, I think, or Central Time. But typically it doesn't move a lot. I'm not going to run a war room just to sit there and hope for trades. So my traders were not trading tomorrow. And I won't be live because there's really no pre-market, right, other than this. However, you can see Alpha Beta Reports post there. Follow here because we will do the live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to be myself and Crypto John. He's an impressive human being with great knowledge, and we're going to be answering questions for 30 minutes. Talking about trade setups for the following week, talking about trades we did this week, answering your questions on how to do technical analysis, hell, giving you winning lottery tickets. Numbers. So you definitely want to be there. Like, subscribe, and follow Alpha Beta Report Instagram. And guys, we're not going to be live on YouTube. So this is only Instagram for now. John over at Alpha Beta Report is getting everything else set up where you can do that too. No, I do Alpha Beta tomorrow, Friday, 11 a.m. So I won't be live on my products. I'll be live with those guys over there. So awesome, guys. Thanks for showing up every day. I do like giving out this free information. If you like my free information and you want to give me a shot, join my VIP. All right. So I won't be back tomorrow, but I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. over Alpha Beta Report, and then back here 9 a.m. on Monday, and expect my weekend update on my YouTube at Student Alpha this weekend. So, all right, guys, good luck today. Have a good one.